Oh, what's up, everybody?
Cam and Chris,
Cam and Chris
back
back
again.
again. This time we got another Anton Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
This is it Sukihana? Is that how you say it? I'm reading it like that, but
I believe it's pronounced Sukihana.
okay. She say men are dying alone because they effed up.
And women will always be taken care of.
Mm.
Hmm.
So I'm because we listened to a little of it. We know she talking about when you get older.
She said die alone. It say dying alone.
Yeah,
I guess that would be what
but when you say women be taken care of, you ain't thinking like older women, but.
But
So let's see. We know Anton go. Let's see if he agree or disagree.
okay.
Hey, y'all like the video? Help us with
Please,
these
please,
algorithmics.
please.
Let's check this
Let
out.
me tell you something about these
Okay.
men in the world.
Man,
Men are the highest in the nursing homes. Let me tell you why. That the moms and the grandmoms and the aunties and the sisters are all being taken care of out here in these streets, and they got people to nourish them and make sure they straight when they get old. And the men is the only ones in the nursing homes is because
wait, before we even get into it, you think that is a true statement though? That people are more likely to let their mama move in than have their father in?
Probably. I mean, that's because
That's just because it's
women.
the mama,
Yeah,
not
women
because
are usually the caretakers of the family, and then when it's time for somebody,
people are more willing to take care
Yeah.
of. No, just because she took care of them when they
more than likely the
not
mother.
that they like anybody more. They just say, my mama take care of me if I was sick, so I'm gonna take care of her.
Exactly, for sure. And most of the time of a mother, unless she's real sick, the mother gonna probably move in and be just as much of a help to the
In the
kids,
beginning till
right?
she get too old. Yeah, because
Right.
we didn't see that happen
Yeah.
before.
They helping out just just as much as you helping
Doing
them. They
more
probably
actually.
helping them. So yeah, you probably want your it would probably be an easier
Right.
thing to let the mother move in and say you're taking care of her
Right. But
when
you gone. You like, mama, I'm finna run to the
and the
store.
kids there
Kid,
and
okay.
right. You ain't ready, may come home, it's dinner made.
Right.
So
You
of
said you run
course
to the store. You ain't come back.
you ain't
Yeah, let's see.
they deadbeats. They don't take care of their children. They cheat on their women. They cheat on their wives with men. They don't.
With men.
They don't help their family members. As soon as they get money, they get their girlfriend. They take care of their girlfriend. They don't take care of their mom. Their mom house falling apart. Roofs is filled with water and black mold, and they want to be outside flying these streets taking drugs. And guess what? In the end, after they done cheated on everybody, done been disloyal to their children, but want to be they loyal to their homeboy. If you're not loyal to your children, you're not loyal. Y'all will do anything for y'all homeboy, but when y'all get locked up, y'all want to call y'all baby moms and y'all women. But after all that you done did, you gonna get old, and guess what? Your dick gonna stop working. And you're going to need Viagra. And guess what? You're going to be sitting in a nursing home and you have a nurse taking care of you and won't nobody call you, just like when you get locked up in jail, don't nobody call your ass. And they don't answer no motherfucking phone calls and they don't put no money on your commissary because bitches is tired of y'all. And y'all kids can't stand y'all.
Wow.
mm,
All right, before we hear Anton, because he already looked like he finna go in.
what happened? What man she talking about? Well,
We know men like that.
yeah, we do. That's why I said, for me,
Our fathers ran the street.
okay.
Now, whether they took care of the home, that's case by case. But our fathers was in the streets. They was gone.
But it sounds
Like
like
my
she
father
still,
used to be gone for days. Like come in and change clothes,
well, okay.
eat,
Ditto.
he back in the street.
Ditto.
But he went to work every day. You know what I'm saying?
That's nice.
At a point when he worked for the post office.
Right.
So once he did finally get the job at the post office, he was good from there on. But before that, he was, you know.
Yeah. Well, again, it's a lot easier for same thing for men to be taken care of because women are natural caregivers. So it's easy. Like she said, you're gonna call these women when you need help. You're gonna call these women when you want something. That's just what people do. Men do. I mean, now she said all type of stuff right there, like they are not loyal to their kids. You know, they care more about their friends. Some situations, I can see what she's saying.
But we both agree that our parents, our mothers allowed our fathers to live that life.
Oh, well, of course. You can't. That's the only way they can
They
really
took
do
care of
it.
everything,
Yeah.
so all they had to do was work or
Yeah.
not work. Just they was in the
Right.
streets. They
Because
just
they
came
knew
home.
that the women, everything was taken care
They
of no
knew
matter
everything was
what.
taken care of.
And then they feel like that. But now I kind of see what she's saying. Now, by the time you get old, people probably tired. Like she said, they
They
tired
tired
of
of
it.
you.
Now they tired. Now the kids like, what? You ain't never done that for me. I don't need you. See, you got to think about that. And when you do right, people get tired of it after so long. It's usually by the time you old, they're like, I ain't got to put up with this.
You don't have to.
Now what you gonna do? And a lot of times these men, if the wife die first, unfortunately, right, what you gonna do? Who gonna be taking care of you? You gonna be looking for your kids to take care of you? You gonna try to find another woman? I don't know. But like she said, by this time you old and stuff ain't working, so what you do? Let's see what he got to say.
When you look at the comments in these videos, often at times, it shows you how bad things really are out here in these streets. The delusion is absolutely real. And it also explains to you why you should never take life advice from women, specifically women for the streets. And she's wrong on so many different levels.
Wait, he said from women for the streets.
Women for the streets. Okay.
Or did he say from women, especially women from the streets?
Go back a little. He said from women. Okay.
From women, specifically women for the streets.
For the streets.
And she's wrong on so many different levels. One thing is true. They don't give a fuck about you, bro. They never have, they never will. There's guys out here that have intentionally become stepfathers, which is why I don't advocate for you to become a step baby daddy. But there's guys out here that has intentionally become stepfathers, and the kid goes off, and then he winds up being a son husband. You know why? It's because all across the board, whether you a son husband, whether you a step baby daddy, or whether you're a guy that's going to pick up the pieces for another dude that then made the chick a wife that was for the streets, women have always been afforded a level of protection because within society, we just exist in a sense that we always are going to look at them as the weaker vessel, right? The reason why a lot of guys are moving in the way that they are in their older age, and let's be clear, it's a lot of guys that's now not necessarily being relegated to nursing homes, but we'll get into that in a minute. The reason why a lot of guys are relegated to the way that they are in their older age is not because of anything that they missed out on or they didn't do in their youth. As a matter of fact, I would advocate, or I would say that most guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Los Angeles Lakers.
What's the
820.
Patrick, do you think the Lakers can win another title?
You bet.
Any advice for your opponents?
Better watch out. Nice.
Guys are good guys. Most guys have taken care of their children. Most guys' reputation have been destroyed as a result of what the mother is saying about the father and not necessarily about what it is that is really happening, the reality of the situation. Here's the truth, is that no matter how egregious that a woman is, no matter how many divorces that she gets, no matter how many ways in which she mess up in society, look at the messenger. It's Sukihana for the sake of God, right? This is a woman that is for the streets in every way, shape, and form. And you know what happened when she finally got karma for the way that she's advocating for and the energy that she's putting out there when OK Cyrus then kissed her in the mouth, which obviously nobody is saying that that's right. And we need him to be more situationally aware. But when you present yourself a certain type of way, you attract a certain energy. You know what happened? Everybody came to her aid. Everybody forgot about all of the things that she did prior to it. You know why? Because men are weak for a weak.
Why you shaking your head?
what that did happen?
So what you say about that?
I'm saying that yeah, he was wrong for what he did, but
You feel like her actions provoked that?
I don't even want to use that word because I'm off. You know how I am about women being how I feel about women when it comes to sexual assault and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is, I see what he's saying, that people dismissed her whole, because she has a persona that she puts out there, right?
Should that matter though?
It should not matter, but you also got to, you know,
It shouldn't matter,
it
but it
shouldn't
do.
matter, but it does. It's just the truth. It should not matter, but it does. And yeah, he was wrong for what he did, of course. So people dismissed, because he was so wrong, because what he did, it dismissed her. I didn't want to say her everything, because she's still currently doing the stuff that she do. It's what she's Sukihana. So I get what he's saying.
Women. Men are weak for their mothers. Men are weak. No matter how bad your mother messes up, no matter how much you find out that she kept you from your father, you'll ask her. You might even hold her a little bit of accountable, but you don't let her fall. Most men don't. You know why? Because she's still your mother and she's still a woman. It has nothing to do with whether or not she lived her life the right way. It has nothing to do with whether or not she took care of business. It has nothing to do with whether or not she was on the up and up. As a matter of fact, what I'm starting to find out in society today is that a lot of women just hide their secrets and they're willing to take it to the grave even more. How many times have we heard of a woman, doing something against the guy, but then when she gets in her older age, she's still being taken care of by the community? You know why? Because all they see her as this old lady. You know, when I see old women walking down the street, the first thing that comes to my mind based off of how it is that I'm seeing things happening in society today is, I wonder what bullshit she did when she was younger. I wonder how many men she took through the ringer, right? I wonder how many men is Me Too'd. See, even with with the Me Too movement when it first started kicking off, right? What we found is that women always were the victim, regardless of what the situation is that they put themselves in. So they can go in, do whatever it is that they want to do, get all of the resources, get put through school, get taken care of or whatever, and then 30 years later, they can come back and be a victim. It's just the society that we live in, and that men understand that we have no safety net. And so what I'm imploring for men to do, because it's really a completely different narrative that needs to be communicated as a result of this video, and please don't listen to Sukihana and take a life advice, baby. What men have to start doing is protecting themselves. What's happened is that they've given all of their resources, all of their time, all of their love, all of their step baby daddy energy, into taking care of other people, because we exist often to provide and protect.
What do you think? I don't like that I don't agree with him dismissing her as far as life advice, because I think everybody got something to give when it comes to advice, especially somebody who's been through it all. I think everybody can give you. Now you might not want to listen to everything.
You don't have to use it. I mean, that's the thing. You can listen, because you
everybody
never know
got been through some stuff that they could give you advice on.
Yeah.
So you can't just dismiss that just because she Sukihana or Sukihana. I don't know how to say her name, but hey.
Well, first of all, I didn't like how he said how he look at old women walking down the street, or when he see women. First thing he wondered is how many people she got.
What she did wrong with her life that she walking.
Yeah, you know what I think when I see older women, and I always tell you, I see this one old lady who be walking down the street with her groceries, and my first thing is, where is her family? Why is she out here by herself? Because that was my mother. I'm thinking how he said we automatically care for our mothers. That's my first, every time, where is her family? Where are her kids?
Why her walking down the street gotta be anything negative?
Right.
Why it can't be like, I'm gonna get out for a walk.
No, and I'm just saying, my first thought is,
I'm just talking about
my mother, right. He said, and my thing is, I will be out because, like he said, we want to take care of our mothers. And I don't think it's just, he said that, men, what did he say? No matter what your mother do,
you always gonna
because she's a woman,
right?
Because your mother, it's because a mother who you probably took care of you, no
Took
matter
care of your
what
whole
she
life.
told you about your father. He said because she might have told you all these bad things. She still was taking more than likely, even if it wasn't the best of taking care of you, she was
Now it's
there.
not good for your mother to.
Oh
We
no,
talk
no,
about
no,
that
no,
all the
no. Oh
time.
yeah,
Because the
I don't agree
woman
with that at all.
badmouth the
Yeah,
father they whole life.
yeah. They
But
could
he
be the one
still
that's
gotta
keep.
make that effort.
He does.
Like I
But
like when
what?
I be seeing fathers pop out the bushes at school
Oh yeah, of
and
course.
hug and kiss their
Yeah,
daughter or their son
of
just to
course.
show them
Yeah,
that you making an effort. Even if
yeah,
you could you say, "All right, see you
yeah,
tomorrow,"
yeah.
or "See you
But
next week."
sometimes the women can make it very hard
Oh, I know.
too.
But then
So
you'll know the kid'll know you trying at least. You can't
yeah,
just
that's
be
what you
gone for
gotta
their whole
do.
life for
Yeah, that's
20
what you
years and be
gotta
like,
at
your
least.
mama kept me away.
Right. Now that you
You
can't.
can't do that.
But the kids gonna eventually, everybody gonna eventually know that too. You gonna all that stuff come
Some
out.
of them.
Some of them. But to just say that that's how he see women, like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay.
We just don't want to be used. But then by the time that guys
All
find
right, let
we
me
just
go.
don't want to be used because we exist in taking care of other people, because we exist often to provide and protect. We just don't want to be used. But then by the time that guys find out that it's too late, they've been used, they've been discarded, they've been absolutely destroyed, and so they have nothing left because the woman then took whatever it is that she could from him, and then she went over and found another baby daddy, or she went and found her son husband, and then make sure that he takes care of her, right? But the reality is this: men are starting to wake up. Men are starting to then put themselves in a position of power, and women is starting to be flipped. See, that was historical, right? Historically, we didn't have the level of information, we didn't have the mentors, we didn't have the insight, we didn't have the experiences to draw upon and then come to a better conclusion. Now, men are starting to wake up. Now, men are starting to see the errors and the ways of their father and their grandfather. When daddy said happy wife, happy life, and he died off, grandmama didn't give a fuck about him, really. And as a matter of fact, some of y'all that may be watching this video right now, the man that you thought was your father really ain't even your father, and that's your mother's fault. Right? We've seen family court and how women are leveraging family court against the guy, and then the kid grows up and not know his father, and then what happens after that? The reality is this: nobody cares about you. We've always known that, but now we're starting to wake up to the reality of it, and it's starting to be the reverse. Women are starting to die alone. Women are starting to find themselves without a companion. Women are starting to find themselves being held accountable for the things that they did against their kids for their father. And then, it's the first time in history that you're starting to see this play out. So why they're over there painting a narrative, I don't know. But the reality is that don't take life advice for Sukihana. Protect yourself and do the thing that's in your own best interest. Understand that nobody is coming to save you. And also know that even though we advocating for and we holding women accountable, like we've always held ourselves accountable because we harder on ourselves than we are on them, the reality is this: there will always be another simp and another dude to come up and pick up the pieces from the wreckage and the trash that this woman has left behind.
Wow.
I love you. I appreciate you. I'm curious as to what you guys think in the comments.
Wow.
I'll let you later. Peace.
Wow.
Now he flipped her whole story around and said that women are the ones that's being left alone and all that. But I don't know. Maybe he talking about this, the future generations growing old.
Okay, well, I need to know what he mean by are they being left alone because the husband died, the husband left them? Why are they being left? Why is it more women, or these women just not putting up with this stuff anymore, and so they choosing to be by
No, he
themselves?
probably
What is he
saying that the men not putting up with them anymore, and they down alone as a result of their shortcomings.
And the men go where? To another woman? Who might have, according to him, might have been somebody who did the same thing that the last woman did. So what is that? How is that helping him? He gonna move to the same situation with another woman? Because according to him, this is most women. So
Not most. He's saying it's just ones out there.
okay, so tell me what
I
happened.
don't think he ever said a percentage. He never
what
said
happened
all
to
women are bad.
What happened to the man that was with this woman? Is now these women that are now down alone? Were they never with anybody? Because men are now wising up to leave women alone. I don't understand.
Now they walking the streets.
The women.
The ones to be seeing. I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. But that's food for thought. Suki said, Sanuki,
Sukihana.
Suki
Suki with the
Hana's.
good stuff. That's what her name is.
Heck, you know.
Suki with the good.
So she's saying this one way, he's saying the opposite way.
Mm-hmm.
I love to see them talking to each other.
Oh my
It'd
goodness.
be fireworks.
I don't even know what to say about this one. I don't even know what to say about this one because I don't. It's always something. How the women end up being the bad guys in his
At the end of the story.
at the end of the story. The women always end up being the bad guy.
Like Scooby Doo, he snatched the thing off
It's
the
a
head.
woman.
It's a woman
A
every
black
time.
woman.
Oh, a black woman.
Every time. At the end of his mystery, his whole he get always and it's a black woman. Messed up the whole world.
And she
The
would have got
whole-
away with it if it wasn't for them kids.
She got away with it.
But
She ruined the
I'm
black
not-
man life.
now he gonna move on. He wising up.
To go to
That's what
where he
Anton
going?
said. The
Where's he
black man
going? I
I
want to know
kept-
where they going. Are they still gonna be by themselves? Are they dying alone?
No, but see, he's saying there's women out there. We just got to stop falling for the ones that's not. He's saying the ones for the streets are not the one. You can't take a girl that's for the streets and make her, a housewife.
he said that on the
He said it on the last one, and that's what I think. That's
hoe
all.
to a
That's what
housewife.
his videos are about. You
Why
picking
he
the
know
wrong
so
women.
many? Why he know so much about these women, these bad women? What?
Cause he know. I mean, he say he know how women should act. You know what I'm saying? What? Hey,
Look, I agree. We should act a certain way. We should hold each other accountable for certain things. We should respect the world. When I said each other, men, women, all of that. But I don't care what. At the end of the day, on his that we always the woman is the bad guy. Period. I don't know. That's just how I take it.
y'all need to do better. But thank y'all for watching. Y'all like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and all that. Please. You got something to say?